Between 2021 and 2024, Marvel been having a hard time coming up with certain versions for this project. But what if I told you that I created a story for this movie months ago? Let me read it to y'all. At the beginning of the movie, a young black adult named Adrian King visits a local store to buy some snacks. After he left, his car broke down in the middle of a white neighborhood, so he walks around the neighborhood, seeking help. As he's walking, he encounters a guy named Zaris Drake and two other men, who tell him to leave the neighborhood. The guys aren't having it, so they start following Adrian and chasing him. They caught him in the alley, showing their vampirism identities, and killed him for entering their territory, where humans aren't allowed. Later in the movie, Blade is on a job to hunt down some vampires at the nightclub, demanding information on Deacon Frost. After that, he saw the news that the young man had been killed by Zaris and his men, who are in custody right now for their hate crimes. However, their charges were suddenly dropped due to insufficient evidence, and the riot ensued. This leads Blade on a quest to find justice for the boy's murder and put an end to the racial conflict. Lilith Drake, Zaris' sister, and her vampire league, the Vampirists, can walk in daylight because their leader is immune to sunlight. Lilith orchestrates the boy's death because of her hatred of humans. Centuries ago, she and her family, including her brother Zaris, were sent to another place outside of Transylvania because her father, Dracula, the leader of the vampires, had offended the humans after discovering their existence. But suddenly, humans found them and persecuted their family. They survived the attack and have since developed their hatred towards humans. Blade, on the other hand, has hatred towards vampires. When he was young, he witnessed his father being murdered by Deacon Frost, who was responsible for the death of Blade's mother and made him part vampire. After Deacon was arrested and later acquitted of the murder, Blade was furious about this news, thus getting his revenge and hunting down every vampire ever since. At night, Lilith, Deacon, and Zara stand on the rooftop, watching and smiling as chaos erupts on the streets, buildings burn, and human emotions are affected. While racial tension started to increase in society, Blade teamed up with Hannibal King, who was the older brother of Adrian and wanted justice for his brother's death. They met up with Abraham Whistler, Blade's mentor, and other people to form the Night Stalkers. They worked together to stop the Vampirists, exposing their existence and actions, and end this conflict so they can bring justice. At the end of the movie, they killed both Deacon and Zaris, defeated Lilith, but didn't kill her because they made her confess her actions to society for what she did to the young man. Then, they put her away in a dungeon, and justice is served. In both credits, Blade and Dane Whitman are searching for supernatural heroes to form the Midnight Suns, and Dracula enters the dungeon, breaks Lilith out, and escapes from that place together.